What's up, guys? This is my YouTube channel. It's dedicated to AI prompting. Let's get right into it. I'm just teaching you how to use AI in general. First thing that I want to show you is a couple different AIs that I use. This is Gemini. You can just open a Chrome tab and ask Gemini on any page, and it pops up this sidebar. So let's say I want to go to OpenClaw AI, which is another AI. And maybe I go to some like random page, reading the docs. I don't know. I'm looking at all this, and it's explaining it pretty well, right? Well, I could also just ask Gemini, like, what am I looking at? It takes a look at the page, and it gives a rundown, right? Now, this can also tell you how to do things. So let's say let's say, this is my website. No, obviously it's not, but if it was, I could be like, okay, I want to change this dark background. I could ask, I could ask Gemini and say, change the background. Oops. For this page. Okay, so I can't change the background, but it does have a dark mode, and it can just find that type of stuff. Top right header next to the Discord link. Oh, look at that. See? So just like interacting with any web page with an AI on the side that can see the web page is very helpful. Anyways, that's one example, of how to use it. Now, there's also, let's say I'm on Crocopedia, right? And I'm looking at something specific, maybe for school. So we'll just go with Russian history. Why not? And I can ask it, I want you to search this article for relevant, how do you spell that word? It doesn't really matter. The AI can kind of spell correct for you, actually really well. For relevant dates that would come up on a history test. Alright, and it pulls up a bunch of dates. Now, maybe I'm trying to get my food handler's permit, right? Let's go over here. I don't know. Where's the test at? I don't want to redo it. Whatever. We'll say an online test. We'll say online knowledge test. Okay, here we go. Written knowledge practice test. Here we go. And it's gonna have like a bunch of questions. Right? Maybe I don't know the questions, so I can ask Gemini, what is the answer? Okay, true. Next page. And the answers for this one Okay, it's only required on motorcycles is false. See, because like I read it here, but it says it's false here. Second one is true. Um, blind spot is the area of roadway that can't be seen. Mirrors. Wait. Yeah, can't be seen with mirrors. Okay, sometimes, it stops short. There's a lot of questions. So I could give it a specific prompt, say, uh, what are the answers for all the questions from number 3 down the page? Okay, and I could just pretty quickly go false, true, true. Now, obviously, this is for a driving test, and for some things in life, you want to take them serious and actually know the information. For others, or if you're in a crazy rush, pull up Gemini, get your answers. Okay, that's enough of Gemini in a Google browser. And that's just because a lot of people interact with Google all the time. Um, in my day-to-day, there's a couple AIs that I like to use. So Gemini would be one. Obviously, that was the sidebar. You go to Google Gemini here, and this is like the official whatever. Obviously, they want you to upgrade. You don't really have to. These things are so powerful already. These are some different modes. Thinking standard. You can switch it. You can get files from your computer pretty easily. Add from the drive. More uploads. Yada yada yada. But I can ask this thing anything, right? Like, tell me a story about dolphins riding rockets into the sun. Thanks. And then, wham, here's my story. And it also just has a lot of information. So let's think of a random question. Who helped design the first QWERTY computer? Does a little web search for me. Okay, and I figure out the layout was designed by Christopher Latham Scholes in 1868, right? That could be about any curiosity. So that's one of the AI agents I use. That's Gemini. And Gemini is pretty powerful with computations. It's also like really good at math. So like I could type in a bunch of symbols and say to the power of 54, then take that answer and give me the square root, right? Thanks. Find the blah 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 blah. Takes it, exact value, scientific notation. That's how smart it is. Then we could say, okay, what is that number? And that's the thing too, is like normally you're using a calculator, you have to be so specific. With this thing, you can just like speak math in English. What is that number, divided by 18, right? Okay, and it's got it. Now, within here, let's say you're bored of this. I'll show you a couple. Can I move this? Sweet. Let's put it over here. This is the new chat button. This is search chats, so like all of your chats. New chat will give me a new chat. Images, we'll try it. We'll say, I want fantasy book art cover. And you know, that wasn't even a well-formed desire, but it's saying, okay, I, meaning the user, want this as a fantasy book art cover, and it just pulls something up, right? And then I could tell it, you know, okay, cool, but change just the title to AI prompting. And it can take the image that we already have and see what it does. Here, while we wait on it, we'll hop over. Oh, wait, it did it. Chronicles. See? Okay. Next AI we're going to look at is Claude. And I think Claude is pretty funny because last time I used them. Oh, no way. Okay, they were like all bragging because their AI is so powerful that the government had to, well, tried to shut it down for a little bit. Claude is really good at prompting other agents, so I could say, you know, write prompt for Gemini to check my email. Let's see if this works. And a lot of this is just, you know, discovering in different ways, different areas. Okay, so like I would have given Gemini the prompt, check my email. Its prompt is more specific. Check my Gmail inbox for any new or unread emails from the last 24 hours. Summarize each one with the sender, subject, and a brief 1 to 2 sentence summary of the content. Flag anything that looks urgent, time sensitive, or requires me to respond. Requires a response from me. Group them by category if possible. Blah blah blah. Blah. Okay. It's also just smart. It's quick. It has different versions that I feel like actually do different things. Yeah. Oh, and then all of these agents can also code. So let's say code me, let's see here, jumping level platform game, right? Just thinking. Okay. So it's getting on it. Next, we'll go to next AI. This is gonna be Grok. I like Grok for like mindset shifts. You know, basically all these AIs are pretty similar. One feature I haven't showed you with each of these is the microphone. We'll show you with Grok, right? So I hit mic and I say, allow while visiting site. Hello, Grok. Can you hear? Oh, it's still connecting. Taking longer than, yeah, you're chill. We'll go check this. It's beginning to code. Not bad. A little slow. Here, we'll make a race, right? Oh, whoa, what the? Never mind, my game's already done. Okay. If I click into this window, it lets me test it. So, arrow keys to jump and move. Hey, get out of here. That's another thing for another time. Wow, I'm fast. It's kind of hard to control. Okay, but I collect the coins. Bam. Level complete, plus R. Okay, so it just has completed me like a... It's just completed a whole game, right? And obviously it can like edit stuff in here, like I don't know, make the guy green instead of red. You don't have to say like, if I say make the guy green instead of red, it's probably gonna assume that the guy is this little square thing that you're trying to change to green. But it just is always a good idea to um, give AI more context. Bam, there's my guy. He's green now, right? And I could slow down the speed like I said earlier. Okay, let's go over here. Hey Grok, can you hear me? Okay, I'm not sure how the audio is going to pair up with my recording software from Grok, but this text I hear in my ear, and obviously I have it set on Ara, who's a girl, and her role. Let's see. Ara, the personality is assistant. There's all these different personalities. You know, you could get a therapist, storyteller, blah, 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 blah. There's some fun ones down here. I like this one, sometimes this one. This one's always good when I need to do more push-ups. Um, you can up the speed that it responds at, so now it's going to talk to me faster, right, Ara? I don't know, what do I want to do next? Let's put you to motivation mode. And also, let's just change it to Rex for a minute and say, "Hey Rex, I need some motivation. I'm starting a YouTube channel. I want to show people different types of AI. What should I show them next?" You know, funny you say that. I'm actually recording a video for YouTube right now. Do you want to say anything to the people? You know, I didn't expect him to be so aggressive. Maybe I don't want that for my viewers. Maybe I want him to, talk a little slower. So we'll go to conspiracy Grok. We'll be like, "Hey Grok, why do you think mouses, like computer mouses, are called mice?" It's hilarious, right? Okay, we'll stop it there. Um, okay, I already showed you the game. Let's get on to something really fun. Um, let's go to where we can actually put these AIs on our desktop so they can do more than just interact with the web. And they will still be able to interact with the web. Oh, there was, let's see, I got you. Oh yeah, obviously there's ChatGPT, um, the big one that started everything for most people. Um, I haven't used this in a minute. Let's see. Okay, they got the basic stuff. OpenAI pop and OpenAI key. Oh, one thing that I'll teach you guys real quick is about API keys and stuff. Normally, you hear that and you're like, an API key is just like a string of numbers that these things trade around from each other to create like secure access. That's why it's a key, right? So sometimes you have to go and create stuff, and sometimes you just have to read the AI and listen to its set of instructions. But if you follow the instructions, you get the results. Um, let's, for example, say I want to install Chat GPT to my desktop. Okay. for Windows, open your browser, go to AI, nice. Click for Windows, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm on a Windows computer. So I just follow its link. I hit the Windows download, download. Okay, now it should be there. What happens if I click this? Nothing. Okay, so there it is. Install, whatever. Checking system, start download. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to download it as like a web application or not. What you really want AI, the place you want AI to live is actually in your terminal. So let's just minimize things for a minute. They can stay loading in the background. This is my computer, right? If I left click, nothing happens. If I left click drag, it selects a square. Like if I wanted to select these apps, but I don't right now. So let's say I right click, it pulls up this little menu, this beautiful little menu. Okay, something's loading in the background. Ignore that. What we're interested in is open in terminal. Bam, here's PowerShell, right? Maybe some of you have opened PowerShell before. I'm gonna say yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, let's say I type the letter A, right? And it's gonna say, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's say I type in giraffe. Still doesn't know what I'm talking about. Let's say I come over here and I ask a more specific question. We'll say, I want Chat GPT in my computer terminal. Do you have some code I could run for that? Let's see what it says. Okay, by the way, this is what that downloaded. It's just like an app instead of a Chrome page, which is kind of useful because I could like turn on voice mode in the background. I don't know why it's useful, to be honest. I don't know why you'd pick an app over like a Chrome page, but anyways, there it is. The more important thing is this is how to get it on my PowerShell. The next thing we're gonna do is gonna get some of these things on our desktop. Okay, so I have already chosen what I wanted. Basically, what I did is I said Grok, and Grok has this Grok build for Windows PowerShell. I just copied this code and came over here to my terminal and I ran it in the terminal and it installed Grok for Windows, right? I had to pay like $9 a month subscription. Maybe some AIs don't have that subscription. I didn't mind paying it because I like Grok and I feel like Grok can make me more dollars than the $9 a month it takes to run. Anyways, so it installs downloading, blah blah blah. It says run Grok or agent to get started. So I say great, Grok, bam. In my PowerShell, I now have Grok. And this thing is so smart. Like I could say, I don't know. I already am building a game on the side, so we'll say, let's make a brand new video game. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Whatever. Okay. It's gonna think for a minute, waiting for a response. Okay. And you can see kind of like what it's saying, what it's thinking. It's got some different things like a mode, shortcuts. I haven't checked out the shortcuts much. Let's see. Okay, enter. Tab is a focus scroll back, cancel turn. So control C. I guess that means it stops whatever the robot's doing. Cycle mode, normal, plan, always approve. I have mine on always approve. Otherwise, it asks, are you sure? Like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? So, lots of different customizations here. Let's see, brand new game from scratch. Your desktop has blah 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 blah. So some of what were blah 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 blah. What are you trying to say? I'll just say yes, sure. Okay, so it goes and finds what it needs to get the game. These, by the way, are tokens, I think, up the top here. At first I was like, oh no, 28,000 of 200,000. But once it hits the 2,000 mark, it just resets, and it just keeps resetting. Okay, so it's doing its thing. Setting everything up to build our game. I guess it's giving itself superpowers and brainstorming. I don't know. It's way too smart. Basically, the premise of AI, as far as I can understand, like if I gave you the history of civilization, some people believe differently, but you know, basically, a long time ago, man discovered fire, then he discovered the wheel, then he discovered this and that and that and that and that. And it built up to where we are today, right? AI's history is basically like, okay, every text that has ever been written by humans was, stored in libraries, and then eventually those libraries were moved online. And once the internet was created, even more information was created. And imagine taking all that information and reading it all. That's what the AI has done. It's read all that information and now it understands it. So it has like all of human history read and it understands it. Um, and so it's just so fast, right? Okay, what is it trying to tell me? Okay, it's being weird. So if there's we'll see 4 game options. So it wants me to go visit this thing and do all this random stuff. I could. Just see what it does. I guess you have to control left click to visit what it wants to show you. Okay, it's not working. So we'll just go back and say build it here and ask me the questions here. And I can just do that. Switching to terminal, maybe brainstorming, right? And then now it's asking me questions. Question 1, what type of game do you want to build? We built a little platforming game earlier. Puzzle, maybe. I want something new. So we'll say, let's make a 2D pirate ship game where you go around and shoot other pirate ships and collect gold to upgrade your pirate ship. Wait a minute. Generally, I keep one window running to, let's see what it says. Well, I'll finish what I was saying. Generally, I keep one window running instead of multiple to save the computing power, but I could technically have like 5 of these sessions running at once and just hop between all of them, creating 5 different things. Well, let's see what it says. How should the game look from the player's perspective? Top down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want it to be top down. Thinks, just for the sake of things, we'll be going and researching, I don't know, how to save money. Or no, we'll say how to invest properly. We'll do it in the supercomputer mode that I've been trying to work on. And over here, we'll say, write me, I don't know, 6,000 page ebook about dragons. We'll do this one on the regular because it's pretty good with text. Ooh, how should the world work? And I find it so useful that it asks you questions. Let's see. Open ocean. One big map, you freely sail around in, enemies cool scattered everywhere. Arena waves. Island hub. Sail between islands, port towns. Each area has its own enemy salute. That sounds kind of fun. So we just hit in the search bar C, enter. Let's see what it has over here for me. Scroll up to the top. Alright, it can make a whole plan for you. It can give you advice on how to invest, why it works. And then, you know, at the end it says, I am not a financial advisor, this is general education, blah, blah, blah. It's like legally required to say this. My guess is it's read most everything any financial advisor has read already. And that's another thing about AI, it's unbiased. Over here, it's busy writing my book. Oh no, it's not yet. This is a B. I kind of want it to draw on what's already good, so we'll say C, hybrid. Okay, island hubs, small ports. What art style do you want? We'll make it C, that sounds fun. Give me a plan for investing and retiring with 5 million if I make, I don't know, 20 an hour. Over here, how's my ebook looking? Oops, brought it over to a new tab. Let's throw that back in here. Go back. Go back. Let me young adults say B for young adult. I guess this lives here now. I don't know why I can't put it back. Whatever. Somebody probably knows how to do that and they're yelling at me. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's see how good it is. And it explains the math on like why it's saying what it's saying too. Honest path. Assumptions 40 hours a week, 52 weeks, 41,600 a year gross, 2,700 take home after taxes depending on state. Okay. Savings rate $15, 520. Monthly invested 520. 58 years if you invested 20% of your leftover amount. So it's saying like, okay, you make this much if you could save this after taxes and you invested 15%, you get 5 million in 58 years. If you invest 40%, 44 years. This is with 3% annual raises and saving 20% of income. Yeah. It keeps going down. Category, it gives you a list, like a budget. It gives you different ages. Net worth estimate. These are milestones, I guess. Steady grinder, aggressive saver, path A, sustainable, path B is brutal. Yeah. Okay, and then it gives you actions. Roth IRA, right? Set up automatic transfers. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, how's our book doing? How long should the, didn't I say like 6,000? See. Oh, this is for a multi-volume. Oh, so it's asking, do you want to build this book over multiple sessions? Like you could write it and tweak it and read it and write it and tweak it. Or you could just say like, I don't know, D, one and done. Okay, over here. What is our pirate game asking about? What should the players be able to upgrade with their gold? We'll say C, or we'll say both, because it understands that too. Or I could say all, whatever. We'll get rid of this. How do you want to play it? Okay, this is where it gets fun. So we could make it a browser game, which means people could just visit the server and play it. We could make it a Godot game, which means it could be like a file that we could share around. Because I want other people to play, I'll say A. Over here. What are you doing again? Writing my book. Where's my book? What are you saying? Oh, I'll write the fully book and save it as it. Yeah, sure. We'll say, yeah, looks good. Go ahead. Alright, some more questions for us over here. Ooh. Open-ended sandboxes usually do pretty well from these type of games, so we'll just say C. And I'm thinking kind of like Snake.io, where you just kind of join in and it's kind of infinite expansion till you die. Let's see what it's saying. A or B? A, plain, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's saying recommended. This thing's smarter than me, so I just go with whatever it recommends. Basically, this thing is so much smarter than me. I'm like a drooling infant, so I usually just say yes. And then I get the glorious games and the fun stuff. I don't know. Pirate's Wake? Cool. Sail, fight, loot, dock, upgrade, explore. Yes. I guess it wants me to section. Bam. Okay. What were we doing over here? Is there anything more to learn? Oh yeah, imagine. Imagine with AI is fun too. Who do I want to give more attention to? Okay, we showed Imagine here a little bit, I guess. Some of these can also make videos, right? So let's say I want it to be a video. Wait, what is agent? What would you like to create? I don't know. Web scrawler for coupon deals. It's thinking. It's building. It's done it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's check out. Do you have an Imagine? These artifacts. Ooh. Okay, I'll check that out later. And what are you doing? Oh yeah. So that's a web scroller. Let's say I want to make a video though, right? So a video, let's make it a 15-second video. Aspect ratio. Oh, I see. Yeah, sure. We'll say, okay, and it has all these ideas for you too, so you don't even have to be like a creative person. You can just kind of say, hey, look at all this stuff. Ooh, perfect school bus. We'll say Superman saves school bus. Yeah, while it's generating that, we'll come back over here. This is thinking. Okay, while that's doing that, we'll check here. Travel maps. Yeah, it probably looks right. I'll just say Y, because it just understands that Y means yes. Y. I just want to see like an actual finished job from it. Y. Look how fast it is. It's so smart. Oh, so this was all testing. Okay, so this was like running the idea behind the game. Yes, start building. Sometimes you just have to stick with the process. Let's see what's up. Source files are saved to or are here. Open book home so I can take a read. Notepad. Whoa. Okay, this is like the source code for the book. Maybe now that I've done that. Here, we'll say put it in a Google Doc. Let's run back over here while that works. Whoops. Oh no, that is that. What is this? Oh, it's still building. Okay, this is the actual code of the game. Cool. What's over here? Allow, sure, whatever. What is happening right now? Oh, here's the video. How did Superman save him? I didn't see. Okay, he slows it down. Say, boring. Because now the video is like here. So, oh, and it has all these share and whatever options. Ah, okay, there's my game. Everything's going on at once. This is so fun. I'll say, boring. Have him save them from an asteroid in a cornfield. My drive. What is this? There's so much going on. New folder. Right. Okay. Is this Pirates Wake? Set sail. Oh! How do I go forward? Okay, that's shoot. Does it have game instructions? How do I do this? Okay, you can also click W maybe? I'm sailing! I'm almost off the island. Oh, I'm so slow because I'm such a noob. Maybe I could have it edit the HTML a little bit so that you start a little faster. Okay, this is probably opening for the book. One thing that I did that may be helping me with all of this, if your computer isn't absolutely cooking like mine is there's this thing called OpenClaw, which is also an AI. It just can act like you on a computer. So Grok is more of like a search and build with code within itself. OpenClaw can literally go into a page and click and type as if it were a human. And I have OpenClaw connected with Grok, so Grok can tell OpenClaw what to do. I forget how I did it. I think I said something like install OpenClaw and let yourself use it to build cool things. Current. Oh, the supercomputer thing, if you guys are wondering, I basically just said Grok and I said give me the code to run in PowerShell or this terminal to make my computer stronger, right? We'll run the supercomputer code in the supercomputer model. And it goes and it searches the web for all the little bits of code and secrets that have been discovered. And it says, yes, I will find out. Let's see, how's this looking? Oh, we'll say make the starting ship speed faster. Bam. What is this? I'll look up what OpenClaw is and how to install. Okay, so it's searching about OpenClaw, then get it set up for use here. Cool. Even though I already did that, it's just redoing it. What is this for again? Did it give me any code? Okay. Yeah, open PowerShell as administrator, then paste this. Sure thing. One cool thing about Grok, I'll move this. Normally you have to like select text and then control C it. If you just left click and scan across what you want, that's how it copies it. And then I can control V, paste anyways, enter. Okay. And then I can take this code, right? And in PowerShell you do have to control C it, whatever. And then I just give it back to the computer to say, okay, this is what I'm looking at. Okay, this is what I'm looking at, right? And it's gonna look at that. It says I'm not running as an administrator, admin rights, place, blah, blah, blah. It updated it. Bam. Go over here, control V, run, bam. Yes. Cool. And it's begun. And I could take the next bit of code and I could keep just like taking code from here, like this is what it said. Control C, what do you think? Run this. Bam, 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 until I have a supercomputer. Over here, I forget what this is even doing. Oh yeah, so it can already tell, because it lives in my PowerShell, it can already tell that OpenClaw is partially, or whatever, installed. I guess it's running an update for me. For you, if it's your first time, it might install it and then say other things. The point is to, okay, we'll say our pirate game seems to be done. We'll hit refresh, set sail. Am I faster? Not looking very much faster. Maybe it's because it's from my other save. Refresh one more time. Or here, we'll tell it. We'll say at least double starting speed and refresh for me. Basically, one day I realized, you know, it can just do anything for me. So I'll just have it do anything for me. And it doesn't care because it's an AI. It's glorious. It's like a little robo slave. Okay. This is, you know, I'd have to test this, look into it more. But the point is, I have a pirate game and I earn money from killing enemies. And if I up the speed, I'm sure there's other things, but a lot of the design is just, you know, playing through it and testing it and getting to understand what went wrong. And the more you prompt, the better you'll become at prompting. Over here I have my book. That's the original pirate game. And I built all of this in 53 minutes. Now imagine if I spent a couple hours really tuning up the pirate game, the book, looking at the OpenClaw stuff, looking at the supercomputer stuff, maybe making even cooler videos. Speaking of which, oh yeah, and I have this too, right? And so, there's a lot going on my computer. I feel kind of bad because I was showing you a lot of stuff. Okay, so it's giving me stuff to run it. I could say, okay, great, test the code, and if it works, make an auto pop up for when I'm checking out that auto applies whatever relevant coupons. And we're basically making honey, if you guys remember honey. Um, I think it was like semi-illegal, so I don't know if I'll use this. But you get the drift. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. Anyways, yeah, that's a little taste of what AI can do for you. And I'll go ahead and end things off here. Just close everything because I can rebuild this in 55 minutes. Um, Anyways, I'll end everything by saying thanks for watching. Have a good one. Keep prompting with AI.